my lovelies, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel, Your Thoughts Create. So today I want to discuss about revision. Revision is perfect for revising past events. So we tend to, as humans, because we don't have a future to always refer back to, obviously, because it hasn't happened yet, what we tend to do is keep reliving the past. So again, your dominant thoughts about things that have happened in your past will keep that cycle going. So revision is great for that, and I do it lots of times. I especially do it at the end of the day. Okay, so if I go to bed and my day hasn't gone how I wanted it to, I will fall asleep imagining somebody saying to me, "So Sophia, how was your day today?" Amazing, wonderful, incredible. I had an amazing day. This happened, that happened. So I'm not judging the day. I'm not keeping that in place. I'm not going to bed going over the horrible day or things that went wrong or conversations I had that weren't how I wanted them to be. I will go back without judging the day and live the day as if that was my perfect day. Everything went how I wanted it to have gone, how I wanted people to treat me, how I wanted the day and events to unfold, and experience things that perhaps didn't, or things that did happen that didn't go how I wanted it to. I will go back and revise it to how I would have wanted it to go. So that's a daily thing that you can do. You don't have to do it every day, because some days you're going to have days where you really enjoyed it and everything went tickety-boo. Okay, but on days where instead of going to bed replaying those things that happened that you didn't want to see in your life, revise it as if it all happened how you wanted your day to be. You can also revise instantly. So sometimes when I'm on the phone to somebody and I know it's going to be something that I'm sort of disputing or wanting something to go in my favour, I just, in my head, I'm constantly saying everything's fine, everything's going to plan, I always get what I want, my life is perfect, everything's good, everything's fine, okay, and I keep repeating that and it works out in my favour. You can also go back and revise the past childhood, last year. Everybody was talking about 2020 being horrendous, and yes it was, but again, things that haven't happened, do you want to keep holding that in place? Not things that haven't happened, but the reason I said that is because you can pretend things happened in 2020 and you already married your SP, or you moved into your beautiful home, you got your perfect job, you passed all your exams, you got your fantastic car, you went on amazing holidays. You can revise things that you would have liked to have happened last year, instead of dwelling on them and carrying them into this year, 2021. It's already happened. You already had an amazing year. So I'll help you to what you can do for that. So for past events that may have happened, like I say, in your childhood, you might have thought, well, I grew up in an awful area. My parents treated me very negatively. They always put me down. You can revise your parents' divorce. I'm not saying see them as not divorced anymore, because they've probably gone on with their lives now. But it wasn't, they divorced amicably. Okay, it was better than how, if it was very argumentative and or an awful process, it happened in a much better way for everybody involved. It was amicable, it was quick, that sort of thing. If you grew up and you were very poor, my family was rich. We had all the clothes we wanted, food we wanted, the beautiful house. You can revise things. You don't have to keep holding them in place as that traumatic experience or experience that made you very miserable in your life, that you keep referring to and keeping that in place. So there are lots of YouTube videos about revision, of course, already on YouTube. So you can watch them for more information, but it is a very powerful technique to use. So if I wanted to revise 2020, what I would do was bring in what I called a couple of general affirmations and then specific affirmations. So things like, oh, 2020 was an amazing year for me. I got everything I wanted. It just worked out perfectly. And then I could say, my SP and I got married in that year. Oh, it was an amazing, beautiful wedding. It was the happiest day of my life. I got my new home. I got the keys to my new home, or I signed the contracts and I'm about to move in. I got the top of the range car that I wanted. I went on a fantastic luxury holiday. I got an amazing job that I wanted. So sort of putting in blanket statements or general statements as if, 2020 was your perfect year. My childhood was perfect growing up. Whatever you want to revise, and then being specific. So a specific affirmation. So sort of no more than 4 affirmations that all mean the same thing. So if I, for example, was saying 2020 was my best year yet, it was an amazing year, 2020 everything was perfect for me, I married my SP in that year, and then putting in the specific thing that you would have wanted to revise and change. Also, you can do this for breakups. If you are currently going over in your mind that your person left you and you are reeling from that, you're still holding on to resentment, anger, frustration, then you can revise it. In your mind, you finished with them. I finished with my SP because I wasn't the best version in that relationship. My SP wasn't the best version in that relationship, and the relationship wasn't perfect. So you took time out to build that more perfect relationship. You can use that, for example. You don't have to, but some people, when they can't shift out of that by doing the other work in the other videos, you're still dwelling on it a lot. Look at it from a different angle, that you broke the relationship up because you weren't the best version of you. They weren't the best version of them, and it wasn't your perfect relationship. So then revise it to how you would be that best version of you and the best version of them, and what your perfect relationship would look like. So if you want to revise something, then do it for at least 5 to 7 days. So you wake up in the morning and you are affirming the 3 or 4 sentences that you've written out that all mean the same thing. It's all going towards the same outcome. And say them when you wake up, throughout the day, when you go to sleep, and do that for a couple of days so that you've sown that seed, so that it feels natural that is what happened. Because remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know what is real and what's not real. It doesn't have any sense of time. So you can revise years and years ago, or just the day, or instant revision, or last year. Whatever you are holding on to as a negative cycle in your life that keeps chucking up emotions or thoughts that are not serving you, revise it. It is such a powerful technique, because we focus on the past because we can't focus on the future sometimes. The past has happened, so we can go back to that. So just loop the affirmations, the sentences. The affirmations are your new sentences. You could be rich. I'm wealthy, abundant, financially secure. 2020 was an amazing year. I became a millionaire. But you've got to feel it as well. You've got to have that feeling as if it's done. You are that person that now has what it is you're revising. So again, a very powerful technique. If I haven't explained it enough, then because I suppose I'm so used to doing it, I haven't really gone back into how I got into it. But I did look up Neville Goddard's techniques, revision techniques. Just type in Neville Goddard revision. There's lots of videos about the way he did it, and also other people, other coaches and mentors and channels have talked about revision. But it is, like I say, such a powerful thing to release the things that are keeping you in that negative cycle that you keep referring back to. We think that the past is the past, it's done, it's happened, it can't be changed. You can change it. Time is not linear. You can go back and change it. But stop, when you are doing it, don't go forward looking for proof it's working in the 3D. Has it worked yet? Has it happened yet? You've got to allow it to unfold naturally, and it will, when you know it's a done deal, that is your, instead of thinking it as the way it happened, you think of it as the way you would have liked it to have happened, and you feel that that's done. Sorry if the camera keeps wobbling, my dog's just come in the room again. Tell you what, this dog's the bane of my life, always knocking the camera stand. So go forward, seeing the new way it happened. Every time you think about it, picture it the new way that it happened, not the old way it happened. So I hope this video has helped you. Go back to my other videos as well, because revision is just part of this. It's not the whole thing about your thoughts. I've got lots of sort of built this channel in steps, if you like, to help you have anything in your life. So I hope this has helped you. Love and light.